doing awake at this time? What do you think I'm doing? Making some art. Oh man. What is up, everyone? As I just said, making some art. So it is 2 in the morning. Finally sitting down at the studio, in the studio. We are just going to be designing some characters, basically. Kind of in the very early blue sky stages of a project that I've been warming up for. We're still not ready to work on the project. A lot of these designs probably aren't going to be used for anything. I'm still kind of just, as I've been saying, getting back into the flow of things. These are just from imagination, some random doodles. I've got 2, maybe 3 hours if I can manage it. So let's see what we get done, yeah? Let's just jump right into it. So these are some that I was working on a little bit yesterday and today, along with some other stuff. I've actually been drawing every day for about 5 hours a day, which is nice. It's nice to be getting back into that habit. Get some water before we get going here. Okay. So previously I was just doing like those random robots that were kind of crappy. Let's do some random people that are probably kind of crappy. Let's see what we can manage. Now I have Stalker in my mind while I'm drawing these, just because that's kind of adjacent to a couple of projects actually that I have coming up, but I'm not really leaning super hard into it just yet. It's just something that I have in my mind. So I'm thinking like, you know, utilitarian, militaristic, but I also want to lean a little heavier into sci-fi. Yeah, so these ones on the left, I think I accidentally merged them with another layer while the opacity was low, so they got kind of yeah, I definitely did that because they're like a gray now. There's no black. Not that that really matters, but I'm just noticing it right now. So this guy I was working on a little bit earlier. So I don't think I really want to take him much further, if at all. I might just come up with some other designs. He's kind of making me want to make like a big heavy guy. But let's copy him over and we'll just do another one. I didn't even record myself doing these other ones. This has all just been like kind of my fun downtime whenever I have a few moments to kill. And I just kind of forgot to run OBS, to be honest. So it is what it is, not a big deal. So let's kill some of this silhouette. And we'll give him a different design. I really don't like this gun at all. But I was thinking he would have like one big ass gun. Even though he's a skinnier dude. So let's just get rid of some of this stuff. Wasn't a big fan of the tubes coming out of him either. Move my white and black palette up here. Just so I have something to color to grab. That way I always have pure black and pure white available without bringing up my UI. Let's see how it feels working on it full screen. I like working small, so I'm gonna put them in the middle just because it's easier for my hand. And let's flip it. So I'm looking at something different. Let's try some different designs. So in Stalker, they have exosuits. And I was kind of thinking, what if, because the exosuits are like they're pretty basic. And if you looked at their design, they wouldn't work. I mean, obviously it's a video game, so it's not like I'm saying, oh, they're unrealistic or anything. But they would like snap your bones instantly because all the fucking force and leverage is on your bones and muscles, which I think is kind of funny. They would like mutilate the person really badly. So I was kind of thinking, what would like a Mark II version of that look like? And my brain immediately kind of goes to like the, I don't remember what it was called. The suit in Crisis. I think it had a name. The Cry suit. That's where my brain goes. Because that is basically like a modern exosuit. Even though that game's kind of old already at this point. So let's make this guy a little techier. I like that when I erase the back of the hood, it kind of just looks like he's got a Gohan almost hairstyle. Okay, so I'm gonna just gray some of this out. That way the blacks aren't too strong. Could actually, should I just erase? Nah, let's not erase. Try to revert him to just being a naked head again. I don't want to erase everything. I could actually polish up the design a little bit more, give it a little bit more value range. That way when I copy him over, I have a lot more values to pull from. But nah, we're just gonna do it this way. Is my wrist feeling better? Yeah. Most of it was just the ergonomics of the screen. This monitor is like bigger than my last one, so I couldn't put my screen in the same place. That was really like kind of messing up my ergonomics. So what if we had like the muscle tendons that the Stalker suit, or I mean the Cry suit kind of has on the shoulders, and we make it look like it's attached to like the backpack and feeds through the suit under some plates. Just gonna start blocking in some shapes. It's my initial thought process. We'll see where we end up. For the head, let's actually, whoops. Let's give him like an enclosed, we'll give him an enclosed helmet of some sort. Last one had like some kind of gas mask on, which I mean this will also be, but let's make this one look a little heavier. Maybe this one just covers like the whole face, right? Maybe we'll connect it to the backpack. Just leave those there for now. Help me kind of visualize. They're basically like mental notes in a way. Like I want this to connect to something. Let's put the shape of the backpack in for now. We'll probably put like some cool shit coming out of it at some point. The exo, like, again, it doesn't matter because it's just video game sci-fi in the first place. But even though the exosuits look really cool in Stalker, it's also like really funny how like obviously bad they are. Like those things would just tenderize you. Like the user would power it on, and like like I get the fact that like it's a little lower tech, right? We're not like in super futuristic sci-fi, so they didn't want to make it look that way, and I get that. But then you also have to assume that there's not a lot of safety regulations on them. It's not like smart servos are gonna read you're not putting like your full strength into something. So like the second you go to lift something, it's just gonna like snap your arm in like 4 places. You're gonna go take a step and it snaps your femur in half because it doesn't know the extent of the force it should use. Like I think I have a, yeah, I do. I have an image right here of it. I was looking at it earlier. Like, look at this. Not that you don't know, but like the way it's just on like just wrists, like bracelets around different parts of your arm and leg. It's not even like a full plate to help leverage the pressure. So it's just like your muscles and your tendons and your bones are taking the full brunt of the force that the servos are exerting. It's just funny to think about. Be brutally dead. It's still cool. I love the design. Don't get me wrong. I just laugh. I'm just laughing at it. Let's make this like a big plate. And I had like a collar on this guy on the last one. If he's gonna have an even more like heavy duty helmet, the collar would make even more sense here. So let's have the collar like come down here. Or you know what? Maybe we have like the screen down there. Kind of like Dead Space, how it wasn't a screen, but it was the projector that would shoot the hologram up in front of you for your HUD. So what if there's just like his his HUD down there when he looks down? Yeah, there's no safety at all. I was playing Stalker. What was it? Yesterday? Earlier today? I definitely played yesterday for like an hour. I tried to get like an hour in today. Started an actual Iron Man file. Since my last easy Iron Man got deleted, I started an actual hard One Life Iron Man. I'm surprisingly still alive after like, I started this like 2 weeks ago. I just don't have that much time to play it. But I'm still alive after like 6 hours. I have just enough footage to make a video out of it at this point, but I have to write it and stuff. Because I need to post some more Stalker content. I don't even have a video to post this week. Maybe I'll stream some Souls-like tomorrow, so I have something that I can edit really quick and bang out. I kind of already have these plates from the previous design. Let's make it look like the synthetic muscle looking things coming in from the waist. I'm going to zoom in pretty shortly here and define all this more. Kind of just getting the game plan down for now. That's all right. Looking like that. And then it could wrap on the inside. on the groin. Need more stalker? Yeah. I know that ultimately that's what 90% of everyone wants. I do think once I start producing what I intend to, I don't want to make too many promises. I don't want to like overpromise and underdeliver, because I haven't even started like official work on it, on the art anyways. I actually have the story written out. But I think once I start doing that, it's gonna it'll make sense to everyone why I took a break. But it's also going to mean to hit that content quality. The stalker videos are probably going to go down to like once a month if I lean into doing what I want to do with them. Once or twice a month. But should be worth the wait if I can pull it off. Okay, so these should go down to the calf. And I don't want to just repeat these knees, so let's do like big protruding ones that can be like still kind of similar. We'll just leave them similar for now, and then we'll try to add some shape language to them when we fill them in. Feet. Let's start on the boots before we do the calves and the shins. Want the outside to be a little bigger on that. These ones. And like a shin guard. And the calf can just like go up. I mean, you're here for the art streams. As of right now, I have a couple of art videos already edited to post, but they're just, I'm going to experiment with just editing down these streams for my art channel. I also have a bunch of art footage built up for the last 2 years that I need to like just put into videos. So might as well, it's just, some of it's just personal art. Some of it's like commissions and work that I can share, but there's no reason not to just post it at this point. It's just a matter of editing it and deciding if I'm going to do voiceover or not, because that obviously like takes a lot of time. I think we have enough of this figured out. So this is a different angle, so we could show that like the shin guard really covers a lot of the shin. It, like sticks out and rests on top of that. Or not on top of, but right underneath the kneecap, the knee guard. So let's zoom in a bit. Not too much, but that is way too much. I like that my shit glitched, like right as I said, not too much. It decides to go times 500. Okay. I think I'm gonna need to just buy a new keyboard, because my shit is dying. Okay. So let me get a different gray here. Let's go with this one. What does this one look like? That's fine. Flip them. Not sure what to do with the helmet. Just start blocking in all these other shapes, and then maybe the design will come to me. That's what all this is about. We're just looking for different shape language, shape design, and then as you start figuring some of it out, it'll inform the rest of the design, because you could repeat some shapes, or or get a better idea for the shape language that you end up at. As always, it's just an iterative process. And even though this time I have a little bit more of a vision of what I'm trying to do instead of like the robots where I was just literally in the dark. I'm still kind of in the dark. This is like what you like blue sky phase, which basically just means like anything goes. Like literally anything goes. You're just trying to figure out the look of things. The funnest part of a project, in my opinion. But that's just because I really like sketching and designing more than anything else. Just fill all these shapes in with this gray. That way I know where all the plates are going to be. We just do ab plates. A little generic. We just do like a big sharp plate. Just do a big sharp plate for now. Figure it out. Okay, let's fill in these knees. Let's do this one first since we can see both sides. Well, at least someone's excited for some content. We're about to have what, Doom's about to drop. I think that's the next big thing. And then yeah, Elden Ring. Those games are gonna have everyone and their mother reviewing them. And I don't think I want to buy Doom early. But I kind of want to review them anyways. We'll see. We'll see how shit goes. I don't know if I have the time. I mean, I know I don't have the time. But it's more like, can I make the time kind of thing? We'll see. Because I'll be playing both either way. So, I mean... I'll definitely be streaming them. 100%. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in with black and just kind of redefine these shapes. And then we'll see if we can see any cool shapes in there. Give them a little bit more flavor. Like, see, this boot just kind of came together a little bit more than it was. Getting a better idea of how it's going to look. I feel like it can be bigger in relation to everything else. The scale on it's going to be a little different because it's facing us, but it should be bigger based off of like everything else. Because this dude's in like thick armor now. He's a big boy now. Okay, that works. I should move my... This new setup is a little weird. I have my monitor so high up. I like it better, but I'm not fully used to it just yet. It's a lot better on my wrist. That is for sure. Because now I can have my Cintiq at a better angle. Plus, I do think that a lot of it really was just the muscles weren't used to it. I'm sure I'll still get raw muscles after we go into full production mode with my art. And I'm putting in 8 hours a day. But we're not quite there yet. Soon, though. It's really just about like scheduling, you know, figuring out where I can squeeze the time in. Because getting 8 hours straight right now is kind of unrealistic with what I have going on in my life. It's going to become more unrealistic pretty soon as well. But, I mean, I don't know. It's what you have to do at the same time. So, just got to make it work. Got to figure out a way to make it work. That's like kind of the minimum, to be honest. Especially if you're like working for yourself, freelancing and stuff. I mean, when I was heavily freelancing, I was, you know, you're putting in the time because that's how you eat. Let's fill these muscle things in. Actually, no. Okay, so we got the general idea down. We still got to get the helmet looking better, but like everything else is roughly defined. Got to get the gauntlet or the gloves. All right, let's do it so that like covers a lot of the hand, the top part of the hand. Actually, I kind of like that. I like that. Just define that a bit. It can be like just lights or something. Like power or something. From the suit. Maybe it can connect. Maybe we could have some hoses or something. Yep. Zoom out, get a look see at this guy. The backpack shape's not doing it for me, but we haven't really figured that out yet either. And then the helmet needs some figuring out. So let me think here. Just save this gray. This is like probably, what is this? Like a 30% gray. Darken these lines up a bit. We don't really have a belt on him yet either. The belt should definitely look like it's connected to the back. Maybe it helps transfer power, as well as obviously a support. We'll figure that out when we come back to it, to the backpack. Okay, now this... helmet isn't doing it for me. I don't want to just do another basic gas mask. Maybe something a little more sci-fi. I guess we'll just do a heavier looking kind of gas mask for now. God damn, even my alt key is sticking. I got like eight years of use out of this thing. I would just take it apart, but I looked it up and like it's got so many little pieces and shit. There's a high chance that I'm gonna break it when I take it apart. Not out of being clumsy or anything, but like just the way it's built. It's not meant to be taken apart like most of these damn products are, because they don't want you to fix it. So when I'm at wit's end and I'm ready to take it apart, I need to also accept that it's probably going to be the end of it. I'm not ready to like bite that bullet just yet, you know? But we're getting there. If the collar like went up to match his head. We're going like really sci-fi now, but that creates a pretty interesting design. And then we connect the collar to the front here. Yeah, let's do that. Get a new keyboard. Yeah, I mean, I could just use my full-size keyboard on the side. It's just I mean, look at that picture in Discord. You'll understand why I don't. It's just cramped. This is kind of losing its what I intended it to be. But that's okay. Like a heads up kind of display thing that you look down at. Zoom out again. This helmet's not doing it for me. Haven't figured it out yet. It's not matching the rest of them. I mean, I guess it's not that far off, but we just gotta. It's definitely a little too big because I didn't erase enough of it from the last guy. I want to indicate that this collar goes all the way around, like it supports his head. Zoom in a bit more now. Start getting a little bit more of the details going. I guess put some things on the side to indicate like it is a gas mask of some sort. He's got some sort of filtration system. We'll just make him like triangular. I think this needs to be there. Let's make those goggles stick out. Yeah. That we need a stronger silhouette. Let's figure out what we're gonna do with this backpack thing, because this shape isn't actually gonna erase it first. It's not doing me any favors. It's actually messing up my idea. Can't picture anything because I'm just looking at it. Okay. Currently trying to install HD models. Gonna be honest, I don't like a lot of the HD model packs. I don't know which one you're installing specifically, but and there probably is a good one. But all the ones that people always recommended me, they don't look like they fit in Stalker at all. Like the models by themselves look pretty good, but to me they completely lose the design aesthetic of Stalker, especially like in Radiophobia. They look great. The models look great when viewed in a bubble, in a vacuum, but I don't think that they fit the design aesthetic. It like completely loses the design, in my opinion. They missed the mark. This looks like it's from Battlefield or something. But that's just my opinion. I know people love that shit. I am not one of them, though. That's the problem that I have with a lot of HD mod packs. It's like, yeah, they up the fidelity, but a lot of the times they lose the design aesthetic. Shape language gets lost. Color gets lost. But I'm a stickler for that kind of stuff. Because I mean, you know, design aesthetic is a big part of something that I pay attention to for obvious reasons. So it means a lot more to me than it will to someone else. For sure. Yeah, this guy's kind of coming together. He looks like the Cry guy has like Fallout power armor on in a way. I had this hand down in this guy because I was thinking that like one hand can be like my thought process for this guy is, I don't know, like maybe his back's like a generator and he just got like some sort of electric gun, or it just needs a lot of power to work, whatever the hell it is, like an incinerator or something. And then in the other hand he just has like raw like power source that he could hit you with. So that's why I have the hand exposed. Maybe this one will just be a fist. think it needs to be subdued a little bit. New textures for the armor. I don't know the mod names by heart or anything, but I'm sure I'd seen it. This leg is a little, I mean, you know, all these are a little out of proportion because again, it is just from imagination. And I'm not really worried about getting super accurate proportions right now. I'm just worried about design. It's close enough, you know, as long as it's close enough, we can like read the design, then it's mission accomplished. Okay, we gotta figure out the gun still. The gun, the belt, the back. I'm actually gonna make a new layer really quick underneath. Play with some backpack shapes. Kind of figure out what we want here. Because I want him to look like he's carrying a power source. Like a beefy one to power his suit and the gun. It's got, since we changed this top, could do like a shell, kind of like a turtle shell, like the Krogan in Mass Effect kind of have. That would make his silhouette be, kind of make sense. It's not super intimidating though. Like you can see, I'm literally just playing with shapes. Starts with a cool silhouette. Doesn't look good as a silhouette. It's probably not gonna look good as like a rendered piece. Kind of like it just coming out of the back of everything. We won't see a lot of it. Maybe we do this. Maybe we have the back and we combine it with like a cylinder at the bottom just to really emphasize that there's something else down there. And that would be like where the back connects. It's not bad. I think I like it. Let's merge these really quick. Slide them over so I have room for this gun. Now the gun's got to be big. I want it to like look like he needs his whole arm for it to rest on. And I could do the same thing actually. Let's make another layer again underneath it. And we'll just play with some like shapes. like something connecting to the backpack. It would look better showing this from the back, the tube. But for the sake of the design now, or we could just, I guess we could go low. So it doesn't kill the silhouette as much. Let's throw some blocky shapes on here. Just give it a little perspective, kind of, and we'll see if this is working at all. And it would wrap around there. Like a 70s ray gun vibe. I don't know. That doesn't match everything else though. Move that one aside. Let's play with asymmetry like I did in the other one. I kind of like the idea of it, the grip being like overhand. Since it's gonna rest on his arm, his forearm. And maybe the top part he could bring his other arm around to help support it. Maybe grip right there or something. Just go like stupid big with it, like Warhammer. What if we just put like a big shield to match his helmet and collar thing? Like this was just something he could hold up. Like very sleek. Yeah, the tube. Let's put the tube somewhere. Just put it at the bottom again, just to indicate that it's connected to him. Yeah, it doesn't make the most sense showing it from the front like that, but just to indicate it for us, we know where it's at. Let's do another one. What about like wide? around his arm. We'll show that one connecting at the top. A bit like a flamethrower, yeah. Definitely the silhouettes reading a bit like that, especially with the hose. It could be a big melee weapon too. Eyes. My eyes are burning. It's almost like you need sleep or something. Mm, this one's not working for me. I really like how under the arm looks. It would also make sense like why he's holding it that way. I don't like where this one might go. He's a little bit more rounded, so squaring it off kind of gives it a little bit more punch. He has a lot of like kind of round shapes. I think I'll go with that for a basic silhouette, and then we'll just figure out a design as we go. God damn it, man. All right, let's bring this guy to a little bit of a higher level. I don't think I'm on the right layer. Let's merge these now. Damn it, dude. For the love of God. It doesn't help either that my keybinds are a little bit different. Since I had to redo them all anyways, I kind of made some changes that I've been meaning to do for a while. I'm not like fully acclimated just yet. Definitely want that to be glowing. I need a lighter gray. Separate some of these forms out. Meant to be like something you can look down at. So we want it to be lit up by something. I might have to just start using my regular keyboard. Just deal with the fact that it's awkward as fuck. These keys constantly failing is just like so disruptive to the workflow. Give this a little like rim light. Separate that form out. My accuracy's off. I can't see my hand, that's why. I gotta flip it. Add. couple of minor details to make it look like it's rotating. Space. Not rotating, but you see the form. So we're not going to fully detail it out, so just a little bit tends to go a long way. Where chest plate connects to him, I guess, right? So underneath that's where the fibers are, synthetic muscles, power everything else. So relaxing, yeah, I agree. Love art, super relaxing. Super relaxing and very stressful at the same time. It is funny, especially this kind of stuff where you're doing like heavy design work, how much you realize like the toll it takes on the mental state to do. And I don't just mean like from struggling to do something or stressing, like per se, but just how taxing it is. You don't realize how much you're thinking, and even when it is just like nonsense, you know, if you're constantly stopping to ask yourself like why things do things or how to make it look like it does something, like you're solving a lot of problems. You're burning a lot of calories from your brain working out so hard. Be cool if like when he needs to reload, like recharge, like a generator thing pops out and spins. So like thinking if this was a game or if it was animated or something. It would be animated if it was in a game or anything that would require animation. Like what if like thing on his back, obviously it's like energy, it's electricity or whatever power source you want to make up, and when it's depleted, like the circle part like comes out and it's basically like a just like a generator, like a ring that spins something through the middle. It could be like lined with copper coils or something. And like you see it rotating on his back, and then like when he's fully charged, it clamps down again. That'd be a fun detail again if he was animated, but that's obviously not something that we're concerned with for these purposes. But still, thinking about that kind of stuff and then showing it is always a good practice. Just makes things feel, it's just going like that extra mile, essentially. We won't do it, but that kind of stuff's good to think about. I mean, I might indicate right here that there's something there. I'll leave the circle. But yeah, I think that would like look cool from a video game perspective. I'm just thinking maybe he's like vulnerable during that time too. Like that's, you hit the generators sticking out. Typical video game logic, you know. Like batteries, hot swappable batteries. Yeah, you could look at them that way too. Maybe if you go that route, maybe he needs to have someone with him to put the batteries in for him. So if it was like a co-op game, Helldivers or something like that, right? You'd be like tearing shit up, but then when you need batteries, you need someone to hook you up with the reload. This is all stuff that you want to think about. It leads to better designs. This guy kind of coming together, huh? I don't hate it. His chest could be a little broader. I could fix that with liquefy at the end, especially because we made like the bottom so much thicker in this armor. I could even just like give him bigger muscles, even though this is a suit. Just to beef up that side a little bit, just a tad. I kind of see this guy as a skinnier guy, but in, you know, ridiculous armor. That was the thought process anyways. It kind of morphed a little bit. Like we definitely are leaning into like bigger territory at this point, but what is this? 60. Okay, that works. More like this guy's trap than it is his shoulder at this point. This arm, again, we're a little out of proportion, but sorry. It's close enough. Getting a little too tight. Shouldn't be focusing so much on detail when I have so much of it still to do. Skinny guy too much power? I don't know, can the skinny guy have too much power? That's kind of the point of technology, right? Damn, it's already been an hour and 15 minutes. That's how you know you in the zone. We in the zone, boys. You don't know what time it is. Oh, it's a good feeling. Just gonna give, I think, a white rim light to see the form better. Excuse me. Just do like basic panel lines. Since I already put them on the other one. And a little can go a long way. We got to get everything else brought up to the same level as the top, though. So I don't like zooming in, because then you kind of lose track of, you know, the rest of the piece. Zoomed in a little too much, a little too soon. Not the end of the world, but something to look out for. I think we want another one here. I wanted one like that wraps behind the groin. Your back. Did you get your what, gamma working? This part will just be, no, that doesn't work for me. Your PC crashed installing stuff, or it just crashed? It just decided to crash. It decided to Windows 11 you. After a full day of tinkering with Windows 11 and following everyone's, like, I found this list of fixes to apply, to forcefully apply. Basically just a bunch of registry edits. After spending a full day going through that and applying them, Windows 11 became a lot more tolerable. It's fucking ridiculous that you need to do such a thing. Like we're back in the damn 80s. But hey. At least it's better. oh, fucking 9, you're on the newest update, right? I hate the newest update, dude. I have to save all the time because it crashes so much. And it performs worse too. And I'm playing with it like pretty high because of the new rig. And so like, the obvious suggestion would be, oh, just lower your settings, bro. But the thing is, when I lower my settings, it's not even that much of a fucking gain. And it still crashes. So it's like, shit, I might as well just put it on fucking max, right? If I'm not going to get that much of a gain, then screw it. Just leave it on max. Hard to complain. I mean, it's free. And it's a miracle that it works in the first place. But it doesn't mean that it's not annoying as all fuck. This actually doesn't make sense because this piece needs to go up higher like the other side. So I think I'm gonna ditch that. Yeah, it looks awful for a small performance gain. And I feel like this particular update, you get the margin of performance spread is even worse. Like on the previous update, it would look significantly worse, but it would also run significantly better. This one, not so much. This one, it's just like you get like maybe, for me anyways, I'll get maybe 10, 20 frames, but it still fluctuates so wildly. My new PC it's not super top of the line, but it's like a pretty high mid tier. I'm on a pretty high mid tier PC right now. So it's kind of ridiculous. Block those. That doesn't make the most sense. You just straight crash. It doesn't even lock up. Like you just straight up like computer just shuts down on you. If that's the case, that's a brutal fucking crash. That kind of stuff is hard to tolerate when it's that bad. I don't think I would tolerate if it did that to me. Full black screen and reboots, yeah, that's a bad one. That would be well, I guess I'm not playing this game for me. every 30 minutes. Yeah, man, that's some bullshit. Okay, let's focus on giving some of these things cooler designs, like the legs. I haven't had it crash on me in a while. Now that I think about it, the last 2 times I played it didn't crash, but then like before that it was crashing fucking constantly. I don't know. Probably something to do with Windows 11. I mean, it's probably not necessarily the install. It's probably like Gamma just not liking Windows 11. I mean, mine crashes too, dude. I'm also on Windows 11. Even with all the changes that I made, they weren't like stability changes. They were just changing the way it handles certain features, making it function more like Windows 10. It's stripping away some of their fucking bloat that like they did not need to add. So I would just chalk it up as Gamma, just being Gamma, dude. Gamma doing Gamma things. Just fully reboots. That is weird. But again, we're talking about Gamma here. A game that runs on bubblegum, chicken wire, duct tape, a Hope, and Grok Stream. Like, yeah, there's obviously something that your PC doesn't agree with, but I don't know. It's Gamma, dude. I don't need to worry about that shit. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's make these glow. Show that there's some sort of power in the wrist here, in the hand, the arm, the thingamabob. This guy's coming out pretty cool. Still not really putting a lot of time into rendering, but since I haven't really rendered much lately, it's pretty nice to get some of the practice in. I mean, this isn't quite right, but that's okay. Let's add one on this side, and it looks a little better. don't like the knee pads, but I don't know. I need to just add some sort of flourish to them, just so they're not as basic. What kind of playthrough are you doing in Gamma anyways? It's a standard one. On extra dick twisting mode. Twist your dick off difficulty. I do think that the latest update is far easier. And I keep circling back to chalking it up to like I just understand the game better. I'm playing on like a new rig, new monitor that I can see a lot better on. And that undoubtedly is part of it. But I'm just noticing like drops seem better. Like things that I don't edit, like the drop rates and stuff seem better. Like I found last time I played, I found like an AK that was almost fully repaired on the default like hard settings. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck is this? That's on my Iron Man save too that I started. I mean, it's fine. I'm not necessarily complaining, but it seems like a noticeable, like, big change. Not a minor change in difficulty. It seems like a big nerf to the difficulty. At least in the early game. Maybe the late game enemies are the reason why. We all know how I feel about the late game. Which, spoiler alert, late game Gamma kind of sucks ass. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't know why either, but I kind of liked it when it was lower too. And I know that I could just go in and change those settings myself. But as I've said like a million times in my videos, like I play things pretty default for the longest time to get a feel. I don't like just like immediately changing things. And like I don't know what it is. This update feels just significantly different. It's just like a different vibe. I can't quite explain it, but the difficulty has like changed the vibe of the game a little bit. But again, I don't really know how much I could chalk up to just being significantly better at the game and understanding what I'm doing. Because a lot of my playtime before, like even as I was understanding systems, you know, you're still not like fully understanding everything. It takes a while to fully understand Gamma. Because even when you fully understand it, it's still a lot to like remember in the moment on a systems level, not just like a moment-to-moment gameplay level, because it's just a shooter, but like just on a systems level, it's a lot to keep in your head. So I don't know. We'll see as I continue to play. I do find it amazing how much fun I still have in a game when I do actually have time to sit down and play it, though. It's a very fun game still. We need to just finish this guy up. Yeah, exactly. Like I was after I played the last time that I played Iron Man, because I'm playing it super fucking slowly. Like, and I've mentioned many times, and you see it in the videos because I don't like editing out like my mistakes. I show everyone my dumb mistakes most of the time, pretty much all the time, really. I don't play it slow. You know, I run around and no fucks given like all the time. So playing Iron Man on hard and like giving it a true effort, I'm playing it really slow and just because I'm like 6 hours into that playthrough now, like I felt the urge to go back and play it, which for the first time in a while. Because I've said before, and I know I've told you specifically, as much as I like Gamma, I can't just only play Gamma. I don't like it that much. You know what I'm saying? I'm also that kind of gamer though, where I like to try a lot of different things. There's very few games that I can just say like, oh yeah, I could play this forever. Gamma's probably on that list, but not as a like, I'm gonna fucking like only play this game. So that's why I couldn't only make content on it. I'd go mad. That shit would have to like immediately pay the bills or something for me to even consider the idea. You know what I'm saying? Not that that's what I'm doing it for, but that's what it would take for me to say, all right, I'm going to only play fucking Stalker Gamma forever. Like these people that play it and stream it like every single day of their lives. It's crazy. Nothing against them. I don't, you know, that's not inherently a bad thing. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, I'm really like getting into the nitty gritty here. I'm going down to like a 2 pixel brush. Stupid. Let's stop that shit and just get this to a point where we can move on. I'm gonna add just minor highlights since I already did on the top to make these forms pop just a bit. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I start to lose interest. There's very few games that I could say that like I can always return to. And honestly, Gamma is one of those games that I could say like it's one of those games where like at any time I could turn it on and I know I'll have fun. But it doesn't mean that I just want to play it 24/7 either. Plus, I mean, your life, your schedule matters a lot too, right? Like, I'm so busy most of the time that I want to play like other games as well. It was extra hard this last cycle of videos because I had just built a new PC and like I just want to like try all like everything again, you know, old games that ran like shit, or not even maybe ran like shit on my old rig, but now I can play them at like ultra 1440. I mean 4K really if I had a 4K monitor. So it just made it all like more difficult. Plus, honestly, I was pretty discouraged that I lost that file. That sucked. I'm over it now, but still, it sucked. Obviously, that was like 4 months of work, and not just 4 months of work, but it had a little bit of a sentimental value considering like it kind of kickstarted the whole doing the YouTube thing. Old school RuneScape 1440, hell yeah. 4K RuneScape, I'm down. That is a game I haven't played in shit, man. I couldn't even tell you. Hell, I'm down to boot up like Final Fantasy 11. Why not? Okay, I gotta just finish this and start another one. Oh, my hand. All right, let's figure this gun out. It's just a blocky blob. It's just a block of blob. Let's flip. Just gonna scribble a lot and see what we get. You're still sick? And you just make edits of what? Footage? Gameplay footage? Do you do anything with it? I don't know what I want to do with this, to be honest. I want to keep it square to complement his shapes. But gotta make it cool, right? That is the challenge. Oh, it's a medical condition. When you said you were ill before, I thought you just... I mean, I just fucking assumed, like, you know, a flu or something. That's unfortunate, man. Hopefully you feel better soon. You don't like any of them? Well, hey, that's the creator's blight. You're not gonna like most of what you do. You think I like any of this? But hey, it's practice, and that's the important thing. Like that's the important thing at the end of the day. So not that I'm saying you get down on it, but yeah, don't get down on yourself if you don't do anything with it. Most people don't even attempt to pursue a hobby or like do stuff that's kind of work adjacent, like editing or anything like that. So you're already a step ahead of a lot of people. I don't know what any of this is. We're just slapping shapes on shapes, making forms out of it, and seeing what the hell comes of it. Should really stop not using references, but kind of like just the chaos, you know? The fuck it, let's just draw. Let's just draw. All right, so it needs to be like wrapped around his arm somehow too still. I don't know how I feel about this thing. This box, I don't even know what the hell it would be. Something like you could see like the power level on it or something. Big battery, I don't know. But makes one of us. No, I mean I don't. To be real, I don't hate my art or anything like that. For me, it's just like the process of creating is worth the struggle. I don't do it because like I'm chasing a perfect picture or something like that. It's just fun as hell. I mean, look at this. I get to just throw stuff down and like say today I'm gonna design some soldiers just for the hell of it. Like that's crazy. I didn't grow up an artist. I mean, you know, I drew when I was a kid, about as much as the next child does. It's like we all draw in color at some point when we're children, right? So I did that, but I actually didn't start pursuing art until I was already an adult. So if you were to tell me decades ago that I could do even a quarter of this, it would blow my mind. So I like to think about that at times. If I went back and said, you're going to get paid, you're going to make a living, like designing stuff, like painting pictures and shit. Like, what? No fucking way. Wasn't even on the radar. Needs to be lightened up because it's not looking right. I mean, none of this is really looking right per se, but I really don't know what the hell this top part is. I can't see anything, you know? Sometimes I'm just putting shapes and forms down to get my eye to see something. I'm not seeing anything. And I could just put like a bunch of shielding, like kind of scale layered up to the cable. Maybe. Like how carapace is layered. See how that looks. Let's tighten up the line. We'll just gradually step it down to where this like cable thing connects to him. And then we can see how that looks. We'll probably just stick with it because I mean, this is just a design, like a throwaway design. I wasn't even supposed to spend this much time on this. This was just meant to be like a quick. I wanted to do a few of these before I went to bed, but I kind of got stuck rendering this one a little bit more because I haven't really been rendering, just been drawing. Not that this is a tight render or anything, but you know, it's more than I've been doing. Because we got to start painting. I got to start painting, dude. So far, I've just been drawing. I gotta get my painting on. Gotta warm up, buddy. I think for painting, we'll do some movie studies. I haven't done those in a while. Study all the classics, all the favorite stuff, favorite movies of all time. That's always super fun. Really fun exercise. They're probably going to come out absolutely terrible. But they'll be fun at least. This thing is not centered or connected properly at all. See if I can fix that with just still looks a little funky, but it sells it better than it did. erase that for the time being. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to start trying to only use my regular keyboard, because this Orb Weaver is just the Alt key, the space key are just like not fucking working 100% of the time. And it's so disruptive to the workflow. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice some ergonomics. Kind of works. Let's just give it a little minor highlight just so we can see that that's different. You used to post some of your stuff, but none of it was any good, so I don't post any of your new stuff. I mean, you don't need to post your stuff, contrary to what the internet believes, where every fucking thing you do needs to be shared, right? You don't have to. I don't share most of my stuff. I should, because I mean, I've done this for a living for a while. Although lately it's been pretty dry out there just because the economy is so fucked and I haven't worked in-house in a while. It's a lot harder to get some work, admittedly. But I definitely should be posting more. Yeah, you know, I mean, you don't have to feel like you have to post your stuff. Just doing your thing is like more than enough. You're gonna get better over time, and then like maybe you'll get more confident. Maybe one day you'll create your magnum opus that you share. Though you really shouldn't be waiting to create a magnum opus to share, but you get what I mean. And the inside of this thing's just like a damn cannon. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't really know what I'm looking at, but at least we're looking at something. We got some forms and some shapes down. Premiere Pro and After Effects. See, I need to touch up on my After Effects skills because I need to lean heavily into it for the videos that I want to do. I don't need to do too much.
Let's go crazy!
So long as I can just do like, hey, thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate that. So long as I can just do like basic motion comics, we'll be good. And I should be able to do that pretty fast. To be honest, once I start looking at After Effects again, because I haven't even loaded that program in a while, once I start looking at it again, I'll like a lot of it will probably start coming back to me. I just never really used it a whole lot in the first place. And we're about to lean heavily into it. So that'll be fun. Something else to learn. I'll just watch a couple of tutorials and we should be good to go. As for Premiere Pro, I don't like Premiere Pro. I like I used to use it a long time ago, but I like DaVinci Resolve a lot better. It's more stable. Color grading's better. I really want to show this thing connected, but like it's gonna kill the silhouette so much. But it's alright, we're gonna do it anyways. Executive decision is being called, boys. You have the Adobe apps for free. You've sailed the 7 seas, have you? I used to I used to sail myself back when I was learning them. When I was working in-house though, I got like all the subscriptions for free. That's pretty nice. That's like one of the best benefits, to be honest. Let's take a moment and look at this guy here. I mean, honestly, if you're sailing the 7 seas, then you might as well just get Da Vinci. I appreciate that, Atomic. I actually have an iPad behind me, and I also use Procreate. Right now, I'm obviously on Photoshop. I'm on a Cintiq Pro, but I appreciate that. You'll definitely be seeing more of me. I am also up very late. It is 4 in the morning for me, FYI. This is just, you know, being an adult with a busy schedule. This is just unfortunately when I get all my free time, so I gotta jump on it, right? But yeah, appreciate the kind words, dude. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Get some rest. This gun is so nonsensical. I like how he looks, but the gun is just like you could tell that like I'm tired and also just no ideas came to my mind. It's all right though. It's okay. It's okay. Right? It's okay. Please tell me it's okay. I need validation. I'm playing. I'll give a fuck if you don't think it's okay. I'm also playing. I do care a little bit. Haven't found a good source. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful. You don't want to make Windows 11 worse by getting all kinds of fucking Trojans and shit. It was getting closer to Halo guns. I kind of saw that too when I did the silhouette, like this part. It's like the battle rifle, right? Because isn't the battle rifle just like this, essentially? Not the battle rifle, not the BR, the assault rifle, the alien one. Plasma rifle, right? I think it's called. I think it's just something like this. Because the Needler it's got like the big body. Like that's essentially the okay, needle gun. Because this is essentially the Needler. I know it's got like some details I'm missing, but I was thinking the plasma rifle. I think it's called. It's been a long time since I played Halo. Something like that. You grip it right here. That's kind of the vibe I was getting from the shape. Yeah, there's a plasma pistol, but then there's also a rifle. Google plasma rifle. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And you'll see what I mean. Again, you'll see the shape when you Google plasma rifle. Something like this. I'm gonna just put lights on the side of this thing. Maybe it's like a battery indicator. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, see, I told you. I done told you. It's been a long time since I played Halo, but I remember that. I wouldn't mind replaying the Halo games, actually. Well, at least I'd at least like to play like the good ones. Only when 343, not when 343 took over. Only when Bungie was making them. Speaking of Bungie, man, what the fuck is that marathon, dude? That shit looks terrible. What the hell? Talk about falling from grace. I will happily play more Tarkov instead of whatever the hell that shit is. Fuel rod cannon? I forgot about that gun. I don't remember what that one looks like off the top of my head, to be honest. I don't think I'd be able to draw that one. Alright, we're just gonna say that this thing is like a big sleeve. We gotta wrap this thing up. We gotta wrap it up, boys. Now that we're talking about Halo, I have like the songs in my head. That original trilogy's OST is so legendary. Just gonna draw really bad fingers. That are way too big. It's fine. So we can wrap this up. I feel like his hand would be, you know, like that. But I kind of want the thumb to be like up in something, like in a sheath up there. Got the angle of these fingers like so wrong. Just notice that. That's good enough. We get the idea. To be honest, I think we get the idea of this in the first place. I think that that's kind of as far as I want to. This looks so funny. I like him. The gun is something. Yeah, if we were to like reiterate this one, it would definitely be you know, let's redo the gun. I think I'm gonna just move on though. I've ran out of steam on this one. What time is it? It's already been 2 hours. Holy shit. Time really flew by making this one. I spent 2 hours on this. That's way too long. A little less, by like an hour and a half, but that is ridiculous. I got caught up doing a bunch of crap I shouldn't have. I'm still going because I'm stupid. No, honestly, because I haven't really bothered rendering anything lately. And I'm kind of just having fun. Not that I'm taking this super far, but you know. think that is actually it, though. I think we're done. Keep sliding down. All right. Let's put him aside. We're done with you, dude. We are done with you. Add you up here. Line you up nice and all even like. I like him. Oh, I would definitely change a lot, but I like him. Nice little design that won't be used for jack shit. This hand, or this arm, I think grew a bit when I made that gun. I think I lost track of where the hand was. It's definitely a lot longer than it should be at this point. I guess actually, I'm only seeing now how long I made that forearm. But again, it's fine. We're just thumbnailing. As long as the proportions are roughly correct, it doesn't matter that much. If I really cared, I'd just copy a reference image and then draw the design on top of it. All right, let's do something different. I kind of wanted to do a heavy. Like this guy's heavy, but he's like a skinny heavy. I don't know if I have it in me to do a new. Like, I am probably, my brain is probably like too fried because of the time. What if we did one holding the gun with both hands? So that would be like, have it like out in front of him. Just draw like a big box or something to give us a reference point. Way wrong. I think like the perspective is just not. I mean, honestly, I think I could still make it work. But yeah, this is that 4 a.m, 4 hours of sleep. Okay. Yeah, screw it. Let's just have fun. What do I care? Right? I don't really give a damn. Let's try to clean it up. So we're obviously going like video game heavy here. It's like unrealistic big dude holding a gun the size of a car. Want his head angled a little down. Head's a little too big. Usually big guys you leave their head like in regular proportion, and then you just like blow up the damn like everything else. Can't even think. I don't know. He's holding a gun in three point. I feel like this arm is like just way far out there. I didn't draw this in like a good perspective to showcase the armor though. It's also pretty wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Eh. The hell with it. I got, I don't know, like 20 more minutes of brain juice left before I really got to get to bed. It's almost 5 in the morning. Let's just see what nonsense we can whip up really quick, yeah? Just for the fun of it. Just give him a quick wash. I would clean the lines up more normally, but we're not gonna do that. Ain't got time for that. I will remove the gun thing. Even though he kind of looks like he's just humping it. Gotta accommodate where the hands are, since I didn't put this in the best angle. This guy looks really fucked up. Zoom in just a bit. I need to put him. I don't need to zoom in. I just need to move him. Put him in the center of my screen, make him easier to work. Okay. That stance looks questionable. Yeah. Agreed. I put him turned towards the camera too much. mean, I could just make him more upright, but then let's do this. I don't think I have it in me to figure this out right now. It's just wrong. Yeah. I think I'm too tired. I think I'm out of fuel here. Yeah, I think that I may just call it. Probably better if I just got some sleep and then do some tomorrow. Revisit this heavy idea. Because I do want to make a big video game, bulky motherfucker. That's your typical, like, jacked, ridiculous, holding a massive gun that can't possibly exist. Almost got there. Almost did it. It's just no matter what I do right here, he's gonna look like he's just having his way with the gun. Because this leg is wrong. I would need to bring this arm further out and this arm out and then put the gun like way out here. Because that would showcase whatever design we did for the armor as well. A lot better than the current setup. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just delete that. All right, that is going to be it for me, guys. That is basically the process that I used to make all of these, but I spent way too much time on this latest one. But you know what? It was fun rendering it out. Kind of wasted effort just because like the design's not finalized. So like I would need to do it again because like I still don't like the kneecaps and the shins. I would need to figure those out a little bit better. And then of course the weapon. The weapon's still pretty bad. This canister on the back, I don't know, that'd be easy to just remove. Yeah, it kind of wasted effort to put time into it like I did. But it was still fun. By wasted effort, I literally just mean because I could have just, that time could have been better spent just making more designs. But at the end of the day, I did have fun doing it, and I needed to get some more rendering in. But yeah, I gotta go to bed. My brain is gone. It is 4:30 in the morning, and I'm operating on like 4 hours of sleep. I gotta go get like 4 to 6 hours of sleep right now. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I'll probably get on like in the afternoon sometime. Design out some more of these guys. I'm kind of feeling it on a roll here. Like I said, I'm in the blue sky phase stage of a project right now, so I'm kind of just playing with stuff, getting into the rhythm, playing with shapes, playing with designs. And this is just you know, step one. Yeah, you have a good day, Canister, and anyone else who stuck around. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, hope you have a good day. See you next time.